There is someone thinking about you right now, with a depth of feeling he has never fully shown anyone. You may not see it clearly yet. You may even doubt that a love this strong could be real. But stay with me, because this is where things begin to shift. This is not random. This is not just wishful thinking. There is a man whose heart keeps returning to you in quiet moments, in restless nights, in the spaces between his daily life and his private thoughts. He carries you there, and the truth is simple. Even if the situation is not, he loves you deeply, more deeply than he knows how to explain, more deeply than he has allowed himself to admit out loud. But something has made him hold back. Something complicated stands between what he feels and what he does. That is why this connection can feel so close one moment and so distant the next. If you have felt that strange pull, that silent tension, that sense that something important is happening beneath the surface, you are not imagining it. Keep listening, because the part that looks confusing is not the end of the story. It is only the beginning of what you are finally meant to understand. You have felt it before, haven't you? The way the energy changes when this person is near. The way a simple look can seem to carry more than a whole conversation. The way silence can feel full instead of empty. Maybe there were moments when he seemed fully present with you, warm, open, almost unable to hide what was in his eyes. And then, just when it felt like something real might happen, he pulled back. He became harder to read, slower to move, more careful with his words. That change may have made you question everything. It may have made you wonder if the connection was only in your mind. But this is important, so do not miss it. What you have been feeling is real. The bond is real. The tension is real. The reason it has not fully formed is not because there is no love there. It is because the love is there, and it is powerful enough to awaken fears he thought were buried long ago. This is where many people misunderstand deep connection. They think love should arrive easily, with no resistance, no uncertainty, no delay. But sometimes the deepest feelings do not appear in a clean and easy way. Sometimes they arrive with old wounds attached. Sometimes they touch the exact places that still need healing. And when that happens, love does not disappear. It becomes complicated. This man did not choose to fall for you in a planned or careful way. It did not happen because he sat down one day and decided you would matter. It happened slowly, quietly, naturally. You entered his world, and something inside him changed. Since then, he has been carrying a feeling he cannot fully switch off. He may have tried to name it something smaller: admiration, curiosity, friendship, simple attraction. He may have told himself many stories to make it feel safer, lighter, easier to control, but his heart kept returning to the same truth. He loves you, not in a passing way, not in a shallow way, in a way that has touched his inner world and changed how he sees things. And yet the same depth that pulls him toward you also scares him. That is the complication. It is not that he is unsure about his feelings, it is that he is overwhelmed by what those feelings ask of him. Stay with me, because this next part matters. When someone has been hurt before, deep love does not always feel soft at first. Sometimes it feels dangerous. Sometimes it feels like standing at the edge of something beautiful and terrifying at the same time. He feels the pull. He also feels the risk. So he stands there, caught between desire and fear, wanting to move closer and wanting to protect himself in the same breath. His fear did not begin with you. That is something you need to remember whenever doubt tries to blame your worth. This is not about you being too much. It is not about you not being enough. It is not about a flaw in your value. His hesitation was shaped long before this connection became real. Somewhere in his past he learned that opening his heart could lead to pain. Maybe he gave too much to the wrong person. Maybe he trusted someone who broke that trust without care. Maybe he offered honesty and got rejection in return. Maybe he showed his softer side and felt exposed, embarrassed, or abandoned for it. However it happened, the lesson stayed with him. He built walls, quiet walls, strong walls, the kind people do not always see at first. He learned how to keep part of himself hidden so no one could wound him the same way again. Then you came into his life, and somehow, without force, without trying, without making demands, you reached something in him that he thought was sealed shut. That is why this connection feels so intense. You did not just catch his attention, you touched a part of him that had been asleep, and waking that part of him has created an inner battle. One side of him wants to come closer, to trust, to speak, to take the risk. The other side wants to stay safe, stay guarded, stay in control. This is why his behavior can seem mixed. It is not fake, it is conflict. There is another layer to this that you deserve to understand. He is not only dealing with fear from the past, he is also carrying pressure in the present. When he looks at his life, he may feel unfinished, not ready, not stable enough, not strong enough, not where he thinks he should be. He may tell himself he needs more time before stepping fully toward you, more money, more certainty, more success, more control over his own life. But beneath all of that is something even more personal. He wants to feel worthy of loving you well. He wants to feel he can stand beside you without shame, without insecurity, without the fear that he will disappoint you. In his mind, waiting can feel like protection. He may believe he is sparing you from his chaos. He may believe he should come forward only when he has everything more together. But life does not work that way. No one arrives at love completely healed, completely certain, completely ready in every area. That perfect moment he is waiting for does not truly exist. And deep down, he is beginning to sense that. He is beginning to realize that waiting forever is just another form of fear. This is why the energy around this connection is shifting. Slowly, quietly, but truly. Something in him is starting to change. He is starting to see that love is not a reward for becoming flawless. Love is something two people build while still growing, still learning, still becoming. And while he is moving through that inner struggle, your journey matters too. This is not only about what he feels, it is also about what this season is teaching you. There may be moments when silence makes you question your own worth. Moments when delay makes old pain speak louder than truth. Moments when you wonder if lasting love is really meant for you. But those thoughts are not facts, they are echoes. They are old wounds trying to wear a new face. You are worthy of deep love now, not later. You are worthy as you are, not only after you become more perfect, more healed, more impressive, more easy to love. Do not rush past that truth. Let it settle in you. Because if this connection is to become healthy and real, it cannot be built on your self-doubt. It cannot be built on you shrinking yourself, chasing harder, or trying to prove your value. You do not have to convince the right person that you matter. You do not have to perform for love that is genuine. And this is where many people lose their peace. They feel the connection, then panic in the waiting, then start overreaching, over-explaining, over-giving, hoping effort will create clarity. But real clarity is not born from pressure. It grows in truth. It grows in steadiness. It grows when you remain rooted in who you are, while allowing the other person space to face what they need to face. That is not weakness. That is emotional strength. So what should you understand about his silence, his hesitation, his distance? Understand this. Silence does not always mean absence of feeling. Distance does not always mean loss of interest. Sometimes silence means he is wrestling with emotions too strong to handle carelessly. Sometimes distance means he is trying to calm a storm inside himself before he makes a move that matters. He does not want to treat this lightly. He does not want to step toward you in a half-hearted way. He does not want to open the door unless he feels able to walk through it honestly. That does not remove the pain of waiting. It does not make confusion easy, but it does explain why something real can still move so slowly. And here is the part you need to keep close to your heart. He is not confused about whether you matter. He is confused about how to carry feelings this serious without repeating the pain of the past. He is not trying to erase the connection. He is trying to understand how to trust it. Big difference, a very big difference. Do not skip over that, because when you understand the real reason behind the delay, you stop blaming yourself for someone else's healing process. You stop turning their fear into a measure of your value. You begin to see the truth more clearly, and clarity protects your peace while the rest of the story is still unfolding. Now listen carefully, because this part can change everything. You are not meant to chase him, not with your words, not with your energy, not with endless effort to keep his attention alive. Chasing creates imbalance. It can turn a meaningful connection into a place of pressure, and pressure makes fear hide even deeper. What you are meant to do is stay open without losing yourself, stay kind without overreaching, stay honest without begging for clarity that is not yet ready to be given. Let your presence remain powerful by being real, not by being constant. Let him feel the space where your energy used to be, if he has become too comfortable standing still. Sometimes absence teaches what closeness cannot. Sometimes a person does not fully understand the value of a connection until they feel the risk of losing it. That does not mean playing games, it means protecting your peace. It means refusing to drain yourself for a love that must also learn how to move toward you. Keep being fully yourself. Do not dim your light to make him less uncomfortable. Do not become smaller so he can feel bigger. The right connection will not ask you to disappear. It will ask both people to grow. And if he is truly the one carrying these feelings, your strength will not push him away forever. In time, it will call him forward. That is why this waiting season is not empty. It is shaping both of you. It is teaching you steadiness. It is teaching him courage. And when courage finally rises higher than fear, movement begins. There is a turning point coming, even if you cannot name the day. Something is already shifting inside him. It may come through a quiet moment alone when he can no longer outrun what he feels. It may come through a conversation that forces him to be honest with himself. It may come through seeing you differently, missing you more deeply, or realizing that the life he is trying to build feels incomplete without your presence in it. However it happens, the truth inside him is growing louder. He is beginning to understand that losing you would hurt more than taking the risk of loving you openly. And when that truth lands fully, his actions will start to change, slowly at first, then clearly. You may notice more effort, more intention, more warmth that no longer disappears as quickly, more signs that he is trying to bridge the distance he once created. Watch for that. Not every sign is noise. Not every shift is your imagination. Sometimes change begins softly before it becomes undeniable. This is why you must stay grounded, instead of reacting to every moment of uncertainty. The story is still moving. The deeper work is still happening. And when the fear begins to loosen its grip, what he has kept buried will start rising to the surface. He will want to speak. He will want to explain. He will want to say what he could not say before. And when he does, it will not come from impulse. It will come from clarity. But let's go deeper, because there is still more beneath the surface. Part of what makes this connection so powerful is that it asks both of you to heal your relationship with timing. We live in a world that wants instant answers, instant proof, instant certainty. But the most meaningful things in life do not always move fast. Some truths need silence before they can speak clearly. Some hearts need time before they can carry real love without dropping it out of fear. That does not mean you are meant to wait forever. It does not mean endless delay should become acceptable. It means this moment has a purpose, and while time reveals what is real, you are being called to build a life that does not pause just because love feels unfinished. Keep growing, keep creating, keep healing, keep moving toward the version of yourself that feels whole, even before anyone chooses you. This matters more than you know, because if he returns with courage, you will meet him from strength, not desperation. And if he delays too long, your life will still be moving forward in beauty and self-respect. Either way, you do not lose. That is the power of staying anchored in your own worth. Stay with this, because it is one of the most important truths in the whole story. Love should add to your life, not become the only reason you feel alive. The moment you remember that, your energy changes, your peace returns, your heart becomes softer and stronger at the same time. Imagine the moment when his walls finally begin to fall, not all at once, not dramatically, but truly. Imagine him reaching the point where fear no longer feels safer than honesty. Imagine him realizing that what he has with you is too rare to keep standing at a distance from. When that moment comes, he will not approach you with confusion the way he once did. He will come with more purpose. He will want to show you, not just feel you. He will want to replace silence with truth. He will want to bring consistency where there was once hesitation. That is the future hidden inside this complicated season. Not fantasy, not illusion, a real possibility that has been growing underneath the surface all along. And when that shift happens, so much will start making sense. The mixed signals, the pauses, the strange timing, the long stretches of quiet, the pull that never fully left. It will become clear that the love was there even when the courage was still catching up. This does not mean every challenge disappears. Real relationships still require work, patience, honesty, and growth. But the difference is this. Once fear stops leading, love can finally move in the open. Then effort becomes visible. Then communication becomes honest. Then plans become real. Then what once felt blocked begins to flow. And that is why this delay, painful as it has been, may one day become part of the very story that proves how deeply this connection mattered from the start. Until then, protect your peace like it is sacred. Because it is. Do not let waiting turn into worry that steals your light. Do not let uncertainty talk you into abandoning your own life. The strongest thing you can do right now is remain calm, remain clear, and remain connected to your own truth. If you feel the urge to force answers, breathe. If you feel the urge to chase, pause. If you feel the urge to make his process your burden, come back to yourself. His healing is his path. Your job is not to rescue him from his fears. Your job is to stay rooted in the kind of love that does not betray itself. That includes the love you give to your own heart. And yes, there may still be nights when you think of him and feel the ache of not knowing. There may still be moments when the silence feels heavy. But even then, something can be true beneath the quiet. Seeds grow in darkness before they ever break the surface. Change often begins where nothing seems to be happening. Do not underestimate the work being done in hidden places. Do not assume stillness means nothing is moving. Some of the deepest transformations happen out of sight. And if this message found you at the right moment, maybe it is because you needed the reminder that what is meant to become clear often passes through a season of mystery first. That season does not last forever. There is also one more truth you need to hear. If he really does love you the way his heart suggests, then eventually he will have to face a choice. He cannot live forever in the space between feeling and action. He cannot keep standing outside the door of love and call that safety. At some point he must decide whether fear will keep ruling him or whether truth will finally make him brave. That choice belongs to him. But your role in this is not small. By staying steady, by refusing to beg, by choosing self-respect over emotional chaos, you become a mirror to the love he claims to want. You show him what real presence looks like. You show him what healthy distance looks like. You show him that deep love does not need to scream to be real. It stands. It waits with dignity. It moves when movement is honest. And if he is wise, he will recognize that. He will see that what he almost let slip away was never ordinary. He will understand that your patience was not endless weakness. It was strength with boundaries. It was hope with self-respect. It was love that knew its own value. And when he is ready, he may come forward not only with affection, but with regret for the time lost, with clarity about the fear he carried, and with a real desire to build something worthy of everything this connection has already made both of you feel. So if your heart has been asking what this all means, let this be the answer. It means the love is real, but the path has been slowed by fear, healing, timing, and the weight of unfinished pain. It means you were never foolish for feeling the depth of this bond. It means his distance was not proof that you imagined everything. It means the complication is not the absence of love, but the struggle to trust it fully. And it means your task now is not to control the ending, but to move through this chapter with grace, self-respect, and quiet confidence. Keep your heart open, but keep your center strong. Keep believing in love, but do not abandon yourself while waiting for it. Keep noticing what is true, not just what is missing, because this story is not only about whether he comes forward, it is also about who you become while the answer unfolds, and that matters more than you know. If the connection is meant to complete itself, it will not need force forever. It will gather courage. It will find its voice. It will move toward truth. And when that moment comes, the waiting, the lessons, the silence, the growth, all of it will stand behind you like a long road that led somewhere real. Until then, stay soft, stay wise, stay bright, and trust that what is unfolding is not as empty as it sometimes feels. Something important is still moving, even now.